baby, I stole the right to read first.
And there's three of us, so it's going to be a little bit
First, I want to say to Mr. Carter, my grandfather wasn't too fond of many musicians, but I think he would be pleased with you today. Okay, so I'm going to go. Wow, what can I say about my grandfather, Calvin Horn? World-renowned musician of rock and roll, of blues in Memphis, a man of great integrity, skill, musical genius, and a lover of Christ. He wasn't one to be pushed over and had the willpower and leadership of a lion, a true perfectionist at heart. My grandfather was a very wise man, always imparting wisdom to my siblings and I, and telling us how much he loved us and always taking a picture with his Polaroid camera, regardless of what we wanted to do or not. While he has many great characteristics, the one that stands out to me the most is the one that I think I embody the most. He had a mouth out of this world and would tell you how he felt, regardless of how it made you feel, but he meant it with love. I remember one time we were out to eat after church. He ordered a salad and he asked if there would be no swine in his salad. Well, unfortunately for the waitress, she brought his salad out with some swine in it, and let's just say we all left and didn't finish dinner that day after the words that were said by my grandfather to the waitress. On another occasion, I was the subject of my grandfather's wrath. His friend had come to town, B.B. King, and he was performing a concert with Snoop Dogg down at the Florida Theater. And when we went to the back so my grandfather could chop it up with his friend, he said, "Let's go out to my bus, I want to have a smoke." So we proceeded to go outside to the bus, and when we boarded the bus, my first thought was, ew, it stinks on here, it smells like smoke. My grandfather says, "Well, you can wait till I'm grateful tail outside. I'm about to talk to my friend." So I stood outside for about an hour as they chopped it up on the bus because I didn't want to hear the smell. So those are two of my favorite memories. So those are two of my favorite memories with my grandfather because it showed exactly who he was, a man that enjoyed the company of his friends and his family, but never really sacrificed his happiness for the lives of others. Sometimes I think that I maybe grasp that all too well with the way that I proceed to display my thoughts at times. But I'm grateful for my grandfather and everything he's imparted into us.
So she can't talk, so I'm talking to my sister, and then I said, "Mom." So she's like, "Dear Grandpa, you taught me so much throughout the years, and we've seen so much together. It still hasn't completely hit me that you're gone. I thought about what I should say, but I'm just not there yet. I want to be selfish and laugh as I wonder which cat you'll be wearing when I see you walk out the front door like the coolest cat in the universe, since I have an extra 30 minutes to wait for you to get finished dressed anyway. I want to unlock my car door and hear you say, 'Hi, beautiful Bianca,' as you sit in the car and place your wooden cane next to me. I want you to kiss my cheek while I try to drive as fast as possible without speeding so we can still make it to the event on time. I want to feel the slight urge to turn up the volume of the car radio when you randomly bring up Elvis, or ask me to read the newest song or play that you wrote, or bring up from your days as a ladies' man, because I think I've heard it all. Just to find out I have questions, and I'm so intrigued to the point where I end up turning off the car radio altogether, no longer caring if we get to the event late. It didn't matter where we ended up, Grandpa. You've always had this confidence in you that made people respect you. I remember us going to a play, and we ended up backstage before I could even get the tickets. You didn't know any of the performers, not one bouncer, no one. But because you walked in like you were the owner of the building, nobody questioned it. Seeing that and putting that to practice got me far in life. You always make me feel like I own the world. We do own the world, Grandpa. You left as I'm entering a new stage in my life. But I guess that's why God made sure I heard the stories a few different times, even the ones I couldn't understand, why you would tell your grandchild. Honestly though, even though I learned so much, I rather have not heard the story so often if it meant that I could have you with me to actually go through experiences together. I would even settle for you just to fix your phone or computer or printer to find out why the volume isn't working from your speakers anymore. I know right now you'd be telling me something to keep me strong and positive and focus on life and the new blessings that would eventually help me get through this, so I'm trying. But I'm still not ready to do this yet. I'll never be ready to stand in front of someone and tell them how full of history, perspective, and knowledge you are, how strong you are, how your story, music, and beliefs change the world. One day, not today, but one day, I'll accept that God had too many singers up there without enough musicians, and He needed you to compose, write, and keep them on beat. I guess at least I know you aren't lonely and you're having fun. I know how much you've been missing Mama Rose. Hi, Mama Rose. Until then, I can accept this. What I can do for you is tell you that Desmond, K4, and Jalen will know who you are and the great men that you will always be. I'll always love and cherish you in the world, especially those who knew you and will never forget you. Make sure you play extra loud sometimes so I can hear you. Love, beautiful Beyonce. Promise I won't be that crazy. So just losing my grandfather, it has been tough. Me being a musician myself, fell in love with the trumpet, played. I really wish I could keep going, but other paths took me on my journey. But I always appreciated everything that he did for me and all the stories and all the talks that he did throughout his life. Dennis said the one thing he always told me is to live your life to the fullest. Always do what you want to do and be happy. He did whatever he wanted to do. He didn't care what people told him. He did what he wanted to do. We will miss all the stories, his cultural teaching moments. We all agreed that when he moved to Jacksonville after the separation of our parents and lived with us, we got to know him in another light. That wasn't as a magician, but as a grandfather with infinite wisdom, wit, love, and humor. We were blessed to have 85 wonderful years with him, and it was a joy to have my children be afforded the opportunity to enjoy him when they did. He will be missed, but we are at peace knowing that he is no longer suffering, but in heaven, having a boogie down blues party with the angels. We love you, Grandpa, and will continue making you proud as you set to accomplish all the dreams and goals, living out our newborn McLean legacy. Keep watch over us, especially Mom. Love you always, beautiful. Kenyatta II, Sugar Pudding, Desiree, Bliss, and K.